Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody? There we go. Perfect. How are we all? Are we okay? Okay. I'm here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so I've missed loads of comments, but hello, 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 hello. I hope we're all well. It is Tuesday night. And we do have lots of little announcements. So, I have found, I was going mad and I was like, I'm sure this isn't all my Christmas. Anyway, today I moved one thing and ba-dang, there was the rest of the Christmas stock. I was like, oh my gosh. So my aim is to going to get that on basically in the next couple of days. And it's not cages, it's like pendants and earrings and more pendants, but it's not cage pendants. There's going to be another chunk of Christmas items that are going on. Already here, ready to go. It's just, I was going mad. I swear I ordered everything like months ago. And yeah, I moved one thing and boom, it's all there. So I'll get that on as soon as I can, just because obviously I know it's getting close. I know I said I'd post the Christmas dates, but again, I've just completely run out of time. Like I'm working 16-hour days at the moment, and there's still not enough time in the day. So I do apologise, but that is actually one of the first things on the to-do list for tomorrow, is to do the opening dates for Christmas, as in when to order by, etc. So that will be shipped. It will be posted tomorrow. Other than that, stuffed stockings has got we're on the last week of stuffed stockings, and then they will finish, and then we'll do something else Christmassy. I think that's everything. Yeah, so more new Christmas stock. Dates will be posted tomorrow, and stuffed stockings is only here for the last week, and then we'll be changing. I love my job though, Nicola. I absolutely love it. But yeah, at the moment it's very, very long days. So I'm doing my very best. So it's stuff like the dates. I just kept putting it off, thinking, oh yeah, I'll do that in a minute. I'll do this first. Oh, I'll do that in a minute. And then like last night, it was about 1:45 in the morning. And I was like, you know what? I'll do the dates tomorrow. And then today I haven't had a chance. So it's first thing on the to-do list tomorrow is to sort the dates out. So I've just got something in my eye. Oh, sorry, I just had something in my eye. Okay, so apart from that, the order list has been posted for today. So if everyone who has ordered, you should be on the order list on the page now. I'll just refresh here to make sure I haven't forgotten everybody. Yes, so that is the full order list. So if you would like to order, there is still space available for today. And I'll do an updated order list as we go. Oh, bless you, Pauline. Bless you. Well, I hope you'll be happy with everything. Hello, Linda. Hi, Amber. Hello, hello, hello. Your hubby delivers yours. I mean, that's brilliant, Heather. That's absolutely brilliant. I suppose you never miss anything then, do you? Right, so shall we get started? Up today as well is egg pops and mystery oysters. The pearls did arrive. Anybody who's waiting on the whites, they have been swapped out, and I've topped up my reds and my greens and my blues and everything again. So we've got lots of colour swaps available if anybody does want those. But those who are waiting on the whites to come in, those have all been swapped and already drilled as well. Right, so up first today is Claire Owen. Claire, are you here? Oh, and we've got black gloves. I do have my sleeves down at the moment. If they get annoying, I will have to roll them up. I normally don't like having long sleeves, so we'll see. We'll see if they get annoying. Claire, oh bless you. Well, I hope you feel better, my lovely. And hello. And it's not a problem if you've missed a live, because honestly, I understand that not everybody is free all of the time, especially if we go on late. So I understand that. But Claire, for today, you have got 3 openings altogether. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops, or a mix of each? And if it's a mix of each, my lovely, I'll need to know how many of each you would like to have. Have I? There we go. 2 oysters, 1 egg pop. Okay, I might get Aaron to top this bag up. I always bring the oysters in, so if I need to top up, they're in here. But I always then forget to top the bag up at the start of the live. I don't understand, because I bring the oysters in, I'm like, oh, I'll check the bag in a minute, and then I never do. Right, so 2 oysters, 1 egg pop. So the egg pops are very full, so they're like domed over the top. So I can't dive in too much. We sort of just have to go for what's on top at the moment. Otherwise, they'll all spill everywhere. So let's go down, starting with your egg pop. Would you like to keep, or would you, oh, you've already said, sorry, donate your shells. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? So egg pop number 1, you have got 2 pearls. You have got a chocolate, which is a slight 2-tonal chocolate, and then you've got this pink, and the pinks have got a few pink spots on. So you can see a pink spot up there, down there. So a 2-tonal spotty pink. Okay, so that's from your egg pop there. Now, moving through to your oysters, oyster number 1. Soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. So your first pearl out is a lemon yellow. First pearl is a lemon yellow. And then oyster number 2. Again, quite a nice deep pop there. Oh, flying pearl there. Where did that go? Oh, there. Oh, okay. So you've got a red flying pearl. There's your mother of pearl. You can definitely see there's no pearls on there. And I can see straight away, Claire, you are twinning. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so let's go through these colours. What do you think to these? If you're happy with these, then they are yours. And of course, if you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice. So you've got a chocolate, a spotty pink, a lemon yellow, and twinning burgundy reds. If I run them through the board for you, I'm going to have to do these sleeves up. There we go. Okay, so the pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then red twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Red twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Okay, so they're measuring different sizes of the twins. And your lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he is a 6.5. Thank you, Wendy. Claire, can we swap the chocolate and the lemon for a sea green and a TARDIS blue? Chocolate and lemon. Oh. For a sea green and a TARDIS blue. Okay, so if you just have a look at these here for me, just confirm if you're happy with these, my lovely. Just going to bring you back up. Are you happy with those? I wish you all the luck, Sarah. Claire, I'm just going to do your naughty or nice card as well. So you have got a naughty card there, Claire. So there is nothing on the back of that one. But I'm glad you're happy with that, my lovely. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And I'll put that up here in just a second. Okay, so that's safe up there for you. Where did he go? Rafiki, go lay down. Rafiki, go lay down. Go on, go lay down. Go lay down. Oh! Okay, Aaron's here. He made me jump. So Rafiki was getting nervous because that cardboard moved. Can you just move the cardboard back for him? Thank you, Bab. Literally, the cardboard box moved and he just didn't like it at all. Okay, right. Sorry about that. Claire, you're very, very welcome, and I hope you're feeling better soon. So up next then is Beth Van Meter. Beth, are you here? The 25 pearl oysters, yes. So they always come back in. It's just I normally order them when we start getting low, and at the moment when they're in, they sort of tend to go quite fast. So even though I order them at the same point, they then just take a little while to come back in again. But they always get stocked back up again, the 25 pearl oysters. Beth, hello, hello, hello. Okay, so Beth, if we start with your stocking, and then we'll do all of your openings together at the end, if that's okay. So if we go across to the stocking, oh, let's move that out the way. Which number would you like? Oh, okay, Taylor, sorry. Yes, so the sea blues come out in the 25 pearl oysters, but we've also seen them in the mystery oysters as well. I can't remember if we've seen them anywhere else. Beth, number 6. Okay, so number 6, let's bring you straight across. And in here, good luck, my lovely. Okay, so, oh, now this is a new item that is not on the website yet, and I don't think I've shown it to anyone either. So this comes with 2 openings. It normally has 1 opening, but it comes with a bonus opening. You're going to have a free gift box as well, so I'll add that onto the order. And like I said, this is not on the website yet, and I don't believe I've shown it to anyone, and it will be a new item going on there soon. So the pearl would definitely need to go onto this pendant. Look at this one. So it doesn't have crystals on. This is like a textured silver, but because of the way it's textured, it just gives off that gorgeous sparkle. So I hope you're happy with that. Now your pearl sits right at the bottom here. In that circle, that's where your pearl sits. Okay, so I hope you're happy with that, like I said. And it's going to come with 2 openings and a gift box. So if I just write down about the gift box, excuse me. Okay, so that means then you've got so 10 openings and 2 4-pearl oysters. Is that the count that you've got as well, my lovely? And if so, which 10 openings would you like? Egg pops or oysters? I'll grab the 4-pearl oyster for you, or the 2 4-pearl oysters for you. Taylor, I actually did have a delivery today. I'm not sure it's that. I just haven't had a chance to open it yet. So I'll let you know. I'll obviously have a chance tomorrow, so I'll let you know tomorrow. Now, I don't know if it is that or not, but I did have a delivery today, so possibly. So, all oysters, Beth, donate the shells. Perfect. Excuse me. So, if I just open... My voice is funny today. It's in and out. 1, 2, 3. I think it's just because I've been talking a lot today. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll have a drink in a minute and hopefully that will sort it out. If not, then I might just be a little bit croaky. It doesn't hurt or anything, it's just been going in and out. But I think, knowing me, it is just... Ugh, that went right up my nose. Okay. May not have room for all of these on the tray. Last one. Okie dokie. So, Beth, let's go down. Now, they are literally all piled at the front. So, the 4 pearls that we'll do at the end, because I've piled these other oysters on top. So, oyster number 1. Quite a nice deeper pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. So your first oyster, you are quadding 4 pearls with your first oyster. Now I've got a feeling we're going to have to make lots of room in this sand, so I'm going to pop them right to the edge to start with. So we've got a slightly darker silver, a gunmetal grey, another silver, and let me just move these up, and a grape silvery purple. So 2 silvers, a gunmetal grey and a silver grape purple. It's from your first oyster. Oyster number 2. Quite a nice softer pop again there. And there's your mother of pearl. A little bit of the pearl blister, but we can definitely see that there's no pearls on that side. And I can see straight away, Beth, 1 and 2 pearls there. And there's no more in that one. So you are twinning with grape purples. So they're almost moving into that sort of darker Cadbury tone. So this is a silver grape purple and then more grapey purple. So you can sort of see the difference there. Your next oyster. Light pop there. Oh, and right at the top here, I thought that was going to be a runaway then. There's no pearls on that side. And you are, oh, he is moving. That one's very movable. This one doesn't move, but that one moves. You have got 1 and 2. You are twinning with pink twins. Now these pinks, they do look like they're slightly different shades, but there's definitely not a lot in it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in groups of 4. So we'll put the 2 twins next to each other. So you can see there that one is ever so slightly brighter than the other. But like I said, from a distance, there's not a lot in it. And they do look like they're the same size as well. Your next oyster. Light pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. Now I can see a pearl straight away, so let me have a squidge in here. And there's no more in that one. So you've got a single darker pearl. He is a darker chocolate purple. So I'm going to pop the single pearls on this side for now. I may need to move them at the end, but if I pop them all over here, I'm just trying to make the most of all the room. So chocolate purple pearl there. Excuse me. Your next oyster, Beth. You've got a soft pop. And there's your mother of pearl. Now, can you see what I see? You have got 1, 2, 3 and 4. And there's no more in that one. You are quadding. Again, so your second set of quads. You've got a silver purple. Sorry, silver chocolate. He looked purple, but seeing him closer, here's a silver chocolate. And then a darker silver, very similar to the one at the top there. You've got a burgundy red and a oyster autumn peach. Okay, then your single pearls over there. Moving on to your next oyster. Soft pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. So again, another single pearl with that one. And here's another darker pearl. So if I have a look, you've got another chocolate purple single pearl, my lovely. So I'll pop these over here. Very, very similar in tones. Okay, moving on to your next oyster. Double pop with that one. And there's your mother of pearl. You can see that there's no pearls on that side. And straight away again, I can see a couple of peepers. We've got 1 and 2. You are twinning with another set of purple twins. Now these purple twins definitely are different shades. You've got one silver grape and one more grape. And the silver grape looks like he's slightly larger than his twin as well. So you can see the difference there at the bottom set of purple twins. Okay, moving on to your next oyster. Light pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. Oh, how bizarre. 1 and 2, you are twinning for a second time and twinning for a second time with pink twins. And before you had purple and then pink twins, and you've literally just had purple and pink twins again. Now these pinks do look like they're the same shade and size, but how bizarre, you had purple and pink and then purple and pink. Moving on to your next oyster. Light double pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. Oh. There's no more in that one. Oh, sorry. So he looks like he's a darker gunmetal grey. He is a darker gunmetal grey there. And your next oyster. Again, softer pop there. A little bit of flesh on that side, but we can definitely see that there's no pearls there. And you've got one that's popped down the front. Thank you, Bab. And there's no more in that one, so you have got a TARDIS blue. Okay, so lots and lots of pearls from your mystery oysters. Now we do have your 2 4 pearl oysters to go, so what I'm going to do is these 4 I'm going to make into a row up here, just so then I've got room for the 2 4 pearl oysters. So these were the single pearls, the 2 chocolate purples, the TARDIS blue and the gunmetal grey, and then these are your multiples on that side. So let's move on to your next 2 oysters. And in here, 1, 2, 3 and 4, you are quadding with your first oyster, obviously 4 pearl oyster there, so it should definitely have at least 4 pearls in there. You've got a lemony pastel, more of a pastel yellow, sorry, a icy blue, a Cadbury purple, and a brighter coral. So pastel yellow, icy blue, Cadbury purple, and a coral. And then Beth, your last oyster. One, 2, 3 and 4, and there's no more in that one. So quadding for your last time. Let's dry these up and we'll pop them all in the sand, and then I'll go through everything again for you. So your last 4 pearls, TARDIS blue, a 2-tonal silver, so you've got, oh, it's a gunmetal grey and silver, sorry, so silver, darker gunmetal grey, then back into that lighter silver, a cream and a black cherry. So gunmetal grey, TARDIS blue, 2 chocolate purples, coral, Cadbury purple, icy blue, lemon yellow, TARDIS blue, 2-tonal gunmetal and silver, a bridal white and a black cherry. Silver, gunmetal grey, silver and silver grape purple, twinning silver grape purples and twinning pinks. You've got chocolate silver and a silver, burgundy red and autumn peach, twinning purples and twinning pinks. Beth, what do you think to all of these? Now, if you know which ones you'd like to wear, which pearls you'd like to go wear now, then that's perfect. If not, you can take a screenshot and then possibly email me your choice across if you would prefer to. And if there's any colour swaps that you'd like to do, we can do that as well. Again, either on the live, or you can email me if you would, again, like some time to think about it. So I'll start going through measuring them for you, and you can let me know what you would like to do. So, chocolate purple single pearl number 1 is, can you have pink on the charm? Yes, so pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. His twin was not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Then purple silver twin 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And purple twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. So those twins are measuring different sizes. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Can we swap 2 chocolatey purples for 2 corals? Yes, of course. And where would you like the corals, or are these just a colour swap so you can have the colours in? On the earrings, okie dokie. So coral on the earrings, and those are the corals there. I hope they're okay. So I'm just going to take them out and pop them in a different bag, just so you can see that those ones have been chosen. Perfect. Do you know which other colours you would like where? Oh, sorry. The silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And silver chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Swap 2 silver purple for 2 sea green. I'm going to go for the bottom 2. However, if you prefer the other ones, of course, just shout out, let me know. So 2 sea green. Let me just move this light wire to over there. There we go, because I was going to end up pulling that down. I saw it happening. Oh no, they're different sizes. We want 2 the same size, don't we? You'd like TARDIS blue on the pendant. Okay. So just having a look, there's only one more item that we'd need to know the colour for, I believe. So have a look at those greens. Are you happy with those? And I've taken away the blue for the pendant there. So if I continue measuring them for you. Pink number 1, the slightly brighter of the 2s, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. So they're measuring the same size, even though they're slightly different shades. Then purple twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5 as well. And then silver grape purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Gunmetal is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Can you have the charm on the bracelet? Yes, so the fitting you've chosen on the charm, you will be able to put that on and off the bracelet, yes. You do have the option for a pearl to go on the bracelet, which then can't be moved around. If you prefer not to do that, I can leave the pearl off the bracelet, so you don't have to have a pearl on there. So then you can just obviously clip pearls and charms on as you'd like. But you do have that option to have one. So if so, I just need to know which one you'd like, if that makes sense there, Beth. So your gunmetal is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Pastel yellow, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Great Cadbury purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the coral's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. No pearls on the bracelet, okay. So then the rest of these pearls then, are you happy with these, or would you like to do any other swaps? Your black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The white's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Two-tonal gunmetal and silver's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. So you're happy with all of those as your loose pearls. Perfect. So let me bring you back up again. Brilliant. So let me pop all of these in here for you. My pearl measure writing is the right way round. It has been print mirrored, yes. So Aaron's made my pearl measurer and he's made it, I requested, so the numbers and the wording is the correct way round for you. So for me, that is all backwards, but for you, that is all correct. So yeah, it was purposefully made that way for you guys. And I can always see on the camera if I need to read the number. But I'm pretty good at reading the numbers back to front by now. Right, Beth, I've got all of that down for you and on there. Let's do your naughty or nice card as well. And you have got a nice card. You've got a £1 off code for the website. So if you'd like to order in the future, you'll have that code to use and I'll send that across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. I hope you'll be happy with that, Beth, my lovely, and thank you so much for the donations with your shells as well. And I've popped that up there for you. You're very, very welcome, my lovely. And up next today is Gina Noel. Gina, are you here? I knew I shouldn't have worn it. I've worn this jumper all day and I've been so cosy and warm. And I knew, I was like on the live, should I get changed? I was like, nope, it's fine. I knew I should have got changed. The sleeves are driving me crazy. Gina, hello. Gina, we'll start with your stuffed stocking and then we'll do all of your openings together. So with your stuffed stocking, do you know which number you would like to have? Number 4. Okie dokie. So number 4. Sorry, wrong camera. And here we go. So number 4. Good luck, Gina. Oh, and you've got some Christmas earrings. Now this has got 3 openings. These earrings normally come with 2 openings. So you've got a bonus pair of a bonus oyster opening or egg pop opening here. And these are the green Christmas wreath earrings. They are hookback earrings. They've got a red coating of enamel on the bow at the top. And then you've got green crystals which make up the wreath circle. And then your pearls, they get set right in the centre of the wreaths here, and then they'll be able to sort of dangle and move around in the middle. Why won't this focus? There we go. There you go. So then the pearls sort of move around in the middle of the wreath there. I hope you're happy with those. And if I bring you back up, so that's 3 openings with those, my lovely. And then you've got another opening. Oh, hang on, wait. That one might have more than 1 opening. Let me just double check. It does. That means you've got 6 openings altogether. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops or a mix of each for your 6 openings? What do you think? Got a really itchy nose. 3 of each, okie dokie. Donate the shells. Perfect. So 1, 2, 3. Aaron's just topped the bag up for me, so it's lovely and full. 2, 3. Donate the shells. So are there certain colours that you're hoping for, Gina? So we're definitely going to need 3 for your item of jewellery that you ordered, and then 2 for the earrings as well. So 1, 2, and 3. So let's go down and we'll start with your egg pops. So egg pop number 1, good luck. And you've got 2 pearls in here. Hoping for reds and blacks. Okay, so your first one is a sea green. And then you do have a black pearl here. So sea green and a black to start with. Egg pop number 2. And you've got 4 pearls in that one. And you've got a red, a 2-tonal gunmetal grey, so he's almost like a mottled lighter silver colours over him, a dove grey, and a bright autumn peach. And then your last egg pop, and you've got 3 pearls in that one, and you have got another red, a coral, and a candy floss pink. So all different, apart from the 2 reds, all different shades there. So nice selection to start with. If we move straight through to your oysters, let me just, there we go. Oyster number 1. Light pop there. Oh, and a runaway. There's your mother of pearl. We can definitely see that there's no pearls on that side. And there's no more in that one. So your first pearl out is a lighter apple green. So it's a pastel apple green. Now he's very, very light, meaning that in some lights I think he is going to look more yellow, but to me he's definitely got more of that green hint to him. He does look like he's got a little bit of an imperfection there as well, just slightly. Oyster number 2. Light pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And there's 3 in that one. You have triples. You have got 3 pearls in your second oyster. We have got a coral, a chocolate, and a gorgeous two-tonal autumn peach. So lighter and brighter autumn peach there. So those 3 go beautifully together. And then your last oyster. Again, quite a nice sharp pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. Oh, and you are twinning. There's no more in that one. You are twinning with apple green twins. Now they do look like they are two-tonal. So both of them being two-tonal, so they are different to each other. You've got this one, which is overall lighter, but he does have sort of green, darker little spots everywhere. So you can see the little spots as you go around. And this one's overall slightly darker, but he's got these mixed splodges of like a grass green to him. So apple and grass green. What do you think to these? If you're happy with all of these, then they are yours, Gina. If you're not happy with these, I can swap them for you for colours of your choice. And I'll need to know which ones you'd like on the earrings, and then which ones you'd like on your pendant. And on the jewellery, I'd need to have the top, the middle, and the bottom pearl. Okay, so if I start running through the board, your pastel apple green, it's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Two-tonal autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the coral's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Twin number 1, which is the spotty one, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the dark with the grass green's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5 as well. You'd like to trade the chocolate for a sea green. Oh, so you'd like to match that sea green and then have them on the earrings. Okay, so we're going to have green on the earrings, and then which one for the necklace you'd like to have? Dove grey, then silver, then black. Okay. What colour would you like to swap out for? Oh, unless you wanted your two-tonal silver, gunmetal. Did you want your two-tonal one in the middle? And then you can have those 3. Yes, okay, so happy with those, perfect. So your Dove Greys, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Gunmetal's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the black is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And then greens on the earrings. So it's just the other pearls then. Are you happy with these ones as your loose pearls? Apple green number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. I think I've measured both of these already. He was an 8.5 as well, wasn't he? Yes. So red number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Red number 2 is a runaway and he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Bright autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Corals, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5, and your other corals, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5, pastel greens, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. Yes, you're happy with those? Brilliant. Okay, so let me pop all of these in here for you. You've got some lovely, lovely colours there. And we've got down the Dove Grey, two-tonal gunmetal and black on the pendant, and then your 2 sea greens on the earrings. I hope you're happy with that, Gina. And if we do your naughty or nice card, you have got a nice card. You've got a £3 off code for the website. So if you'd like to order again in the future, you'll have a £3 off code you can use, and I'll email that across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. I hope you're happy with that, Gina, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells, and I've popped that up there for you. Okay. And up next today is Rebecca Harvey. Rebecca, are you here? And Gina, bless you. You're very, very welcome. Rebecca, hello, hello, hello. So you have got 4 openings altogether. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops, or a mix of each, Bex? So 4 openings altogether. I'm blending in with the background. Two of each, you can indeed donate the shells. Perfect. So are there certain colours that you're hoping for at all? And we're going to start with your egg pops. So good luck, my lovely. Let's go down. Egg pop number 1. And your first one has given you 2 pearls. You've got a candy floss pink and a darker silver. You're hoping for silvery grape purples and pinks. Okay, so we've got a pink to start with, so that's a good sign there. Egg pop number 2. And you've got 3 pearls in that one. You've got a larger autumn peach, ever so slightly two-tonal. You've got a apple green, and you've got a darker gunmetal grey. So 5 different colours there. Moving on to oyster number 1. Oh, double pop there. Oh, so there's your mother of pearl. Yes, there's space available for today, Beth, and if you've ordered, I'll add you on. That's not a problem. Now, straight away, Bex, you have got twinning pearls in here. There's no more in that one. Now, these are obviously different shades, different coloured pearls here. We have got a two-tonal lavender mavender. So you've got the darker splodges to him here. And then you've actually got a darker blurple. So blurple's a mix between blue and purple. So in some lights he's going to be more blue, some lights he's going to be more purple. So stunning twins together there. And then your last oyster here, Bex. Again, quite a nice deep lighter pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. Oh, 1 and 2. And you are twinning with TARDIS blue twins. Twinning TARDIS blues. Now visually it does look like you've got one which is larger than the other. I will of course measure them, but he does look, so the one that's under the blurple does look like he is slightly larger than his twin. What do you think to all of these, my lovely? Now you did say you was hoping for those pinks and purples, so if you are happy with these, they are yours. If you're not happy, I can swap them for you for colours of your choice. And then I'll need to know which ones you'd like at the top and which ones you'd like at the bottom. So if I run these ones through the board, the silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the pink's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Sea green's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. The gunmetal grey's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. TARDIS blue twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. Okay, so he's an 8.5 as well. So they visually look slightly different, but they're measuring the same. And then the blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And the lavender mavender is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. Yes, Heather, you will be. You are on the order list on the page actually, Heather, already. Now, Bex, what do you think to these? I'll need to know what colours at the top, what colours at the bottom, and if you'd like to swap any, then that's absolutely fine as well. So swap the autumn peach to match a pink. Okay. Oh, that's a very unusual pink there. I'm just going to take that out of the pot. Okay, so match your pink. I don't have a match to match the lavender one, I'm afraid, no. And I do have a few people on the waiting list for one. However, if you don't mind waiting, I can pop you on there. So that's going to be up to you on what you would prefer to do. Carly, yes, of course, that's not a problem. The unusual pink, yes, it's just got a imperfection on him. Oh, hang on. Just a little nubbin. So he's pink all the way round, and then just a little nubbin there. Change the blues for silvery, get great purples. Now I've got those ones that are in the swap pot from earlier, but they are different sizes and shades. So can I match? Now that's it's too far off, I'd say. Oh, that is so close. Okay, let me show you this. These ones are not exactly the same, but they are very, very close. What do you think to those? So actually this one is actually slightly larger. So if I just put them level, and this one's got slightly more purple to him as well. So if I put the pinks and the purples together, and you wanted to swap the, I'm just going to go back up, change the blues. So if you have a look at these, let me know if you're happy with these, or if you prefer obviously more purple, then I can definitely have a look for you. And if you are happy with these, I need to know which two at the top and which two at the bottom. Pinks on the top, purples on the bottom. Of course you can. Let me bring you back. So if I just write this down. The other pearls, are you happy with those colours, or would you like to swap any of those? I can go back down to show you, but let me just write this first. So at the top, pink, and at the bottom, purple. Okay. So the other pearls, are you happy with those? Kathy, hello. Kathy, you was missed earlier. Oh, I'll go back down so you can see Bex. So you've got these 5 left. So the blurple, lavender, sea green, gunmetal and silver. Gunmetal for a white, of course. And then with the others, are you happy with those? And then I'll pop the white in there. Okay, so those 5 there. we're still on the order list on the page, Vicky, but I will do an updated one as soon as I can. Happy with those? You're not a pain at all, my lovely. As long as you're happy, then it's not a pain. So let's pop these in here. And if we do your... Oh, that bag didn't want to clip up then. If we do your naughty or nice card, and you have got a naughty card, so there's nothing there, but Bex, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. Perfect. And up next today is Natasha Liddon. Natasha, are you here? Bex, you're very, very welcome. So I'm just drinking this before it goes too cold. Natasha, hello, my lovely. So you'd like to have an egg pop, of course. So you do have one opening and egg pop here. Good luck, my lovely. Let me just down that bab first. So you have got 4 pearls in there. You've got a TARDIS blue, pastel yellow, a autumn peach, and a black. What do you think to all of these? If you're happy with these, they're yours. If not, I can swap them for colours of your choice. So if I just run them through the board, your black is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, here's a 7.5. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, here's an 8. Pastel yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, here's an 8. And the TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, here's a 7.5. Autumn peach and the yellow for whites, so 2 whites. Oh, white and red, okay. Okay, have a look at these. Are you happy with those? Whoa, could you please take that as well, Bab? Okay, perfect. And let the little dog in, please. Rafiki. Perfect. Sorry, Aaron was just... He brought me a new tea, but I didn't want him to take my old drink, so I was still drinking. So, I'm glad you're happy with those. Let's pop them on here. Now, we've already done the naughty or nice card for this order, so we won't do that again. However, I'm glad you're happy with all of these, my lovely. I don't know if I've sent that code over to you today, actually, because I added you back into the order list. So, I'll double check that, and if I haven't sent it, I'll send the code across for you tomorrow, my lovely, okay? Because you did get a £2 off code before. So that's safe up there for you, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. You're very, very welcome. Okay. Up next today is Tracy Damon. Tracy Damon, are you here? Tracy, hello. You have got 5 openings altogether. I'm having to do maths today, it's hurting my brain. So 5 openings. Which 5 would you like? Oysters or egg pops? And of course, if it's a mix of each, I'll need to know how many of each you would like to have. Good boy. So Aaron's in and out. He's not actually sitting down at the moment. So I had one dog in here and one dog just wandering around looking for the other dog. So I thought if I just have them both in here until Aaron settles down, otherwise he's just going to be wandering around on his own like, where's my friends? 3 oysters, 2 egg pops. Okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Would you like to keep... Oh, no, you've already said... I need to read the full sentence because you guys are very, very good. You sort of let me know what you want and I sort of read the first snippet so I can grab the oysters and pops and then I need to go back again. So, 3 oysters, 2 egg pops. Tracy, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Let's go down. So, egg pop number 1. Oh no, the dog. I couldn't talk to Aaron like that. Gee, gosh, could you imagine? Right, your first pearl out is a brighter pink, and then you've got a autumn peach as well. So 2 pearls in your first egg pop. Egg pop number 2. And you've got 4 pearls in that one. So we've got a black. You're looking for 3 coordinating colours and 2 matching colours. Okay, so black, autumn peach, a 2-tonal apple green. So you can see this gorgeous marking of a lighter and darker 2-tonal apple green there. Just trying to get it so you can see. And then a bright, bold, icy blue as well. Okay, so there are your pearls from your egg pops. Moving on to your oysters. Oyster number 1. Soft pearl, soft pop there even. And there's your mother of pearl. There is a little bit of flesh on that side, but you can see that there's no pearls there. Ooh, ooh. Look at those. Okay, so you are twinning. Now, one of them is an autumn peach, and the other one is like a golden, darker autumn peach. Sorry, hiccups. So here's twin number 1. Okay, so twin number 1 and twin number 2 is like a darker golden autumn peach. So you've already got 3 different shades of peach if you wanted to go down that route. Or even with the top one, that's even lighter. Your next oyster. Quite a nice deep pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. Oh, and you've got a pastel apple green. And there's no more in that one. So a pastel apple green. And then moving on to your last oyster. Again, soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And you've got another autumn peach. Okay, so you've got very, very similar colours here throughout your whole opening, including with your egg pops. So it's the colour tone and the colour sort of combination has carried through. So if I go through all of the pearls again for you here, Tracy, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. Of course, if you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice. So brighter pink, autumn peach, black, autumn peach, two-tonal apple green and an icy blue, twinning peach and a golden peach, and then a pastel apple green and another autumn peach. What do you think, my lovely? So sorry, I'm just moving this bag closer to put the egg pop shells in. There we go. If I start running these through the board for you, autumn peach number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7. No, he is a 7, sorry. The pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the apple green two-tonal is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the black is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well. Twinning autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And his twin, which is the golden peach, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. So he's actually measuring larger than his twin. Pastel apple green's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And that autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. Tracy, what do you think? Is there a copper chocolate, please? That will go with the gold. Oh, I mean, that's not copper, but look at those 3. I added in that one there. It's like a light bronze. But I will look for a copper though, so if you want more of a distinct sort of colour change. Ooh, how about this one? Just moving these 2 to the top. So this one, then this one. Now I've done it that way so you can see the 2 different colours. So you've got the lighter bronze and then the darker bronze. I love both, but I think I'm swaying more to the darker bronze now I've got it there. The darker, yeah, I was going to say the same as soon as I saw it. So on the necklace then, would you like to have those 3, and is it in that order? So the peach at the top, the golden peach, and then the chocolatey bronze. Swap the pink. Perfect. Oh, why did I do that? Why would I do that? Yes, that order, brilliant. So I'll just need to know then what colours you'd like on the other item. So top we've got the peach, middle we've got the gold peach, and then bottom we've got the bronze. Okay, so I'm going to take those 3 away as we have decided on those. Do the greens make a pair? So one of the greens is two-tonal, one of them is not, and I believe that the one that's not is slightly larger. However, there's not a massive difference. So like you can already see here the slight two-tonalness, and this one's slightly larger, but the base colours are very similar. So if I hold it at a distance, you're not going to be able to see the differences. It's just because you're holding it up close. But it just depends how much of a pair you would like to have, if that makes sense. I did it because the pearls were up the side of the dish, so I was like, so I shook it to sort of make them go down, and then they just obviously, as they would do, they went over the top instead of going down. Those on the earrings, Tracy, perfect. So apple greens on there. So then the loose pearls, are you happy with those? So those are your loose ones. Are you happy with those? There is whites, yes. Yep, whites are now here. Swap it for the most boring autumn peach. I'd probably say the most boring one was this one at the top here. So I'll leave it at the top so you can see and see if you agree with me. I mean, I personally wouldn't say any pearls are boring, but I could see what you mean. You like the one which has got less inclusions or colour changes, if that makes sense. It's for the interest. You want to keep the interesting pearls. There we go. So I'd say swap the top one for that white, but obviously if you don't agree, that's absolutely fine. Oh no, I didn't mean that's what you meant. That's fine. I like bouncing bells. Keep the interesting ones. Actually, could I have the pink with the nipple? You can. Pink with the nipple. So is that instead of the white or as well as the white? And if it's as well as the white, which one would you like to swap out? Swap out another autumn peach. Okay, so those 5 there. Are you happy with those? Yes? Brilliant. Okay. Let me pop these in here for you. Okay, so I've got down the colours on the jewellery and you're happy with your loose pearls. So if we dive in for, was that one? Yeah, for your naughty or nice card. And you've got a naughty card there, Tracy. So there is nothing on that one. But thank you for the donations with your shells. And I hope that you'll feel, that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. I'm having a real issue with my wardrobe. Up next today is Paige Newman. Paige, are you here? You're very welcome, my lovely. Paige, hello, hello, hello. Paige, you have got 2 openings altogether. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops or one of each? Oh, are you saying she's brought bad luck, Gemma? I might do, Heather. I will see if I can plod on. I've let the sleeve go down on this one, so we'll see if that helps, and then I'll do that. It's fine. It's just one of those days, I think. I kind of begrudge getting another top dirty though at this time of night. So I want to save on the washing. Right. So, one of each page. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours you're hoping for? So, starting with your egg pop. And you've got two pearls in here. You've got a sea green and a chocolate silver. So two pearls to start with, sea green and chocolate silver. And then moving on to oyster number 2. Light pop there. Oh, and this one's got a little bit of a pearl blister in the top there. Oh, and we've got a runaway. And you are twinning. And there's no more in that one. So twinning with Bright Autumn Peach Pearls page. Now visually it does look like you've got one peach which is larger than the other. I do think that they will actually measure different sizes as well, but I can of course measure them at the end to confirm. So you've got a sea green, a chocolate silver and twinning autumn peaches. What do you think to these? If you're happy with these, then they are yours. And if you're not happy, I can swap them for you for colours of your choice. Your chocolate silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, here's a 7. Sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. Not a 7.5, here's an 8. And then autumn peach, the visually larger, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, here's an 8.5. And peach number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, here's an 8. So they are measuring different sizes. Can we swap a peach for a silver and for a burgundy? So swap both peaches. Now I've gone for a dove grey silver. If you prefer obviously a darker than a dove grey, that's not a problem at all. Let me know and I can obviously change it. But have a look at these 4 here. What do you think to those? It is very, very Christmassy. Love the swaps. Can we swap the green for one of... let me read that again. Love the swaps. Can I swap the green one for a black as well? Yes, of course you can. Green for a black. Okay, are you happy with those? Very happy. Brilliant, my lovely. Let me pop them in here for you. Okay, so Paige, thank you for the donations with your shells there. And if I do your naughty or nice card, and you have got a nice card, you've got a £2 off code for the website. So if you'd like to order again in the future, you'll have a £2 off code to use, and I'll email that across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. I hope you're happy with that, and therefore an Xmas present, well, I hope the person receiving it will also be very happy as well, and that's safe up there for you. And oh wow, Suzanne Driscoll, thank you ever so much for the stars there. That's extremely kind of you, my lovely. Thank you. And up next today is Shannon Colker. Shannon, are you here? Shannon Colker, are you here? If anyone can see Shannon, please comment on that comment because it will bring it forward so I can see. And Shannon, if you're here, possibly type I'm invisible because that will also bring it forward so I can see. So let's do a updated order list. I'll do it from where we are now with Shannon. But last call for Shannon, are you here? So that's Shannon Colker, are you here? Okay, so I haven't seen Shannon, so we're going to move on. If she comes on, we can add her in, but it would be to the end of the order list. Up next is Wendy Shiverton. Wendy, are you here? Love the sound of I love the sound of the keyboard as well. No, that was Carly who asked me move to Friday, I believe. And Wendy, hello, hello, hello. So Wendy, you do have a stuffed stocking if we go across, and you would like to have number 2. Number 2. Let's bring you back. Good luck, Wendy. Oh. Oh, okay. So this one is a cage pendant. It is not a Christmas cage pendant though. It comes with 2 openings. It would normally come with 1 opening. So we've got the bonus opening there. And this one is the Love's Content cage pendant. So this one comes in and out of stock a lot because whenever it comes in, it gets sold out very, very quickly. So it comes with 1 opening normally, and it can hold, I believe it's up to 8 pearls, depending on the size of the pearls. So it's the same both ways with this one. As you can see, overall it is a heart, and you've got that little heart in the middle, and then you fill this up with pearls all the way around. So I hope you're happy with that one, Wendy. So you'll be able to obviously swap and change pearls around in here. You was looking at that one. Oh, well, I hope you're happy with him. And 2 openings that one's coming with then. So would you like to have oysters or egg pops with those? Or of course, 1 of each. Oh, Nicola, yep, if it's closed, and hopefully you've got a dispatched email. If not, then hopefully it will be dispatched soon. If we're not waiting on anything. egg pops and you're happy? Perfect. So diving in, are there certain colours you're hoping for? We've got 2 blue ones here. That wasn't done on purpose, I just dive in, it's whatever comes out. So egg pop number 1. 3 pearls in your first egg pop. We've got a lighter apple green, a really bright autumn peach with dark autumn peach spots on him as well. So I don't know if you can going to be able to, yeah, so you can see those darker spots there. So he's bright anyway, but then you've got these darker deep spots. And then you've got a chocolate bronze as well. Your next egg pop. And you have got 4 pearls in that one. So you've got an off-white pastel yellow, so it's very, very close off-white colour. A 2-tonal pink, so he's lighter and brighter pink there. You've got a burgundy red and a chocolate. So chocolate bronze, spotty autumn peach, pastel apple green, off-white pastel yellow, 2-tonal pink, burgundy red and a chocolate. So 7 different colours there, Wendy. So these would all fit in that cage pendant with room for 1 more as well, which is perfect. But what do you think to these? If you're happy with these colours, then they are yours. If you're not happy with the colours, then I can swap them for you. But again, you just need to let me know what you would prefer to do. Chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Pastel apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. 2-tonal pinks, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. And the off-white yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is an 8. So you'd like to have purples. How many purples would you like? Two different shades. Okay, so I've got 3 here to pick from. And then I'll need to know which 2 you'd like to swap out. So you've got number 1, 2 or 3. Which 2 would you like? And then which 2 are we swapping out? So 1, 2 or 3. Melanie, I wouldn't know off the top of my head, my lovely. Bronze, yellow and pink. So did you want to keep all 3 purples? And then keep all 3 purples, I think. Okay. I'm just going to keep these in my hand. Yes, okay, perfect. So with the other pearls then, so I've just moved those purples into like a little triangle there. The other 4, are you happy with those colours? Wow, lots of you got dispatched emails today. As in, who's watching tonight? You'd like a baby pink? Okie dokie. Which colour would you like to swap out? Just going to look in the other pot as well. Ah, there we go. That's a baby pink. Joanne, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. It's very, very kind of you. The lighter apple green, okie dokie. So that leaves you with the original peach, chocolate and red. Are you happy with those? You'd like to have the peach for a bright apple green, okie dokie. And the other pearls? So there's a brighter apple green. And then you'd like to swap the last 2 for a snow white and a silver. Okay, so I'm going to get a dove grey silver, if that's okay. If you prefer a slightly darker silver, just let me know and I'll get a different one. Okay, so if I just hold these up for a last time, unless of course we'd like to swap any, just confirm if you're happy with all of these. Yes, Victoria, I am going to be posting the dates tomorrow. I did mean to get it done the start of this week. I've just run out of time, so it's the first thing to do tomorrow morning. You'd like a darker silver, Wendy? That's not a problem. Yeah, I did mean to do the dates, like I said, the start of this week. It's just, I kept thinking, oh, I'll do that in a minute. I'll do this first. And then it's just, time runs away with you, doesn't it? So it's first thing tomorrow. Before I do anything else, when I come in the office, we'll be sorting out and posting the dates. So just confirm one last time, Wendy, are they the correct shades for you? Are you happy with all of those? Baby pink, bright apple green, 3 shades of purple, snow white and a silver. them in a line. Yeah. Is that what you wanted to see? If I've done that incorrectly, let me know and I can obviously change it. Okay. Do you mean when I post it? Because I don't normally, because the cage isn't shipped with a chain. Let me start that again. Because the cage obviously has come with the game and it doesn't ship with a chain, I don't normally put the pearls in the cage, just because then it may open up, because it doesn't have the chain in the cage to keeping it closed, and then the pearls could sort of spill everywhere. Then when you open the parcel, it could then go everywhere, and then you're sort of finding pearls that have escaped. So I don't normally, just because of that reason. So I can do, but I will, if I do so, just when you open the box, be very, very careful in case they've kablooied. And that's just because with the cages, when you thread the chain through, it literally cannot open. But when the chain's not through, you've got nothing holding those prongs together, so they can open. So I'll make a note, put all pearls in cage. Perfect. Oh, okay, so you'd like me to invoice you for 20... Okay, so yes, I can definitely pop the pearls in there and they'll be fine. Kablooied, yeah, exactly. So you'd like to be invoiced for 22 snake, which is why if you have like a cage and you don't have the chain, the pearls aren't normally shipped in there, and that's the reason why. So they normally just come in like a little bag that you can then pop them in. Right, so the invoice for the chain will get sent across for you tomorrow. It will go to the email address on the order form. If we dive in here for your naughty or nice card. Oh, bless you, Wendy, you've got a naughty card there, so there is nothing on the back there, but I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely, and that's safe up there for you. You've never heard of kablooied? Have you not? It's like kablooey. Stuff everywhere, like carnage. Ah, but in like a fun way. Kablooied. I think, unless my family's made it up, but I'm pretty sure it's a word. Oh, have I misunderstood? You wore your music note earrings and necklace today with the oil slip pearls. You got asked where you got them from, and of course, whoop whoop. Thank you, Kathy. Kathy, you seem to get a lot of compliments on your jewellery. I mean, I love it that you do, and I hope that you're happy that you do as well. But yeah, you always say about compliments of your jewellery. Did we make that word up? No. No. I can't have made that word up. Kablooied. Cabled. I didn't spell that right. Oh, kabloo is chaos. Oh no, I don't know. Kabloo. I don't know. Haven't heard it before. Okay, I've just got Aaron to come in. Bab, kablooied and that's a word, right? Why are you laughing?
I mean, it's like a slang word, but I don't think it's actually a real word.
Because some people have never heard of it before. I'm sure that it's a thing. Like,
I mean,
oh, Linda's used it before, so yeah, it's.
I mean, it's like a slang term, so it's a word, but it's not a word.
Oh, that's sad. It's a good word. It's a fun word. Skadoosh. Yeah, but skadoosh is a word because it was on Kung Fu Panda. Thank you. Right, up next today is Nicola Dunn. Nicola, are you here? It is totally a thing to say, Lisa. Exactly. Must be a word from down our way. I mean, it could be from, I'm in Northamptonshire, it could be. It's a great word. Say it out loud, kablooied. Like either kablooey or kablooied. They're just very fun. It's just, yeah, it's a good thing. Nicola, hello. So, Nicola, you've got a stuffed stocking, then we'll do all the openings together at the end. You'd love to see them in the cage. Oh, okay. So, bear with me just a second. If I just pop these in the cage for Wendy, Nicola, and then we'll do your stuffed stocking. Let's go down. Oh, my mouse is frozen. Okay, so a quick tutorial on how to open the cage. And so it's really easy. Just opens in half, and then you can pop your pearls in like so. Close it up, make sure that the middle prong goes in the middle, and then you pop the chain through, because then once the chain is through all three prongs, it cannot open. Ta-da! Oh, don't drop it. And then you can obviously, let's just pull this back up. You can then change the order around at home, Wendy, on obviously which way you'd like them in. Okay. Perfect. Found it in the dictionary. Kablooey. Exactly. I knew it was a word. Knew it. Right, Nicola, thank you for bearing with me there. So, Nicola, which number stuffed stocking would you like? Let's go across to the stuffed stocking screen. Which number would you like? Number 12. Okie dokie. So number 12, let's bring you straight down. And in here. Good luck, Nicola. Ooh. Okay, so you've got a double card, so you do have a stocking with a twist. You're going to have a free bottle, so I'll add in a bottle for your loose pearls, and this is going to have 2 openings. I can see that your item normally has 1 opening, so we've got a bonus opening here, and it is a Christmas cage pendant, and it's one of the new Christmas cage pendants that are in the coming soon section, which are available to supporters at the moment. So this cage holds 1 pearl at a time, and then of course you can swap and change the pearls around at home. So this one, my brain's just gone completely blank on what it's called. I think it's called the Present Delivery Cage Pendant. So you've got these reindeer at the front, and they've got some little sparkly different coloured crystals in the belly there. You've got a green enamel coating on the antlers. You've then got the red coating on some of the presents and gifts, and then you've got a little bit of sparkle at the back of the sleigh there. Your pearl sits behind the sleigh, and then your pearl colour comes through the sleigh. So I hope you're happy with that one. He is gorgeous. I especially love, oh sorry, it's green and red dots on the belly of the reindeer. Green and red crystal dots on those. He is lovely. I think it's called the present delivery cage pendant, but I may be wrong. So free bottle and 2 openings there. So if I bring you back up, that means altogether you've got 2, 4, 5 openings altogether. Which 5 would you like? Oysters or egg pops? Or of course, if it's a mix of each, how many of each would you like? Okay. Is the order list long today? Actually, no, not at the moment. I'll put the order list in the comments from Nicola now. So I think there's 7 people on the order list currently. So if anybody would like to order, there's not a long wait. In fact, let me just refresh the page before saying that. Oh, and it logged me out. Don't you hate that when that happens? Okay, so there's 1 to print off. So there's 8 people, I think, on the order list. Again, still not a long wait for today. 4 pop. I pop 4 oysters. Oh, 1 pop 4 oysters. I thought that said I pop oysters. I was like, you can pop them, but then they can't. They can go in the cage if you. My brain today is kablooed. Right, let's open up your 4 oysters and then 1 pop. Donate the shells. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for, Nicola? No, it's absolutely fine. I got what you meant. I just read it as I pop. So I was like, well, you can. I can send the oyster home for you to open, which is a thing. If you guys get a cage pendant in the stuffed stocking, you can request for the oyster to be sent home. So then you could open it at home. That is a thing. It does mean that I won't be able to open it on the live, but I could pick the oyster on the live and I'd staple that onto the order form. So then that would be your oyster. So that is always an option. But let's start with your egg pop. So donate the shells. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? Good luck, my lovely. And you've got 2 pearls in your egg pop. You've got a brighter candy floss pink and a dove grey. I've never heard of Kaflooey. Kablooey I've obviously heard of, but Kaflooey? That's new to me. So moving on to oyster number 1. Oh yes, I would not recommend eating them, Nicola. Definitely not. So oyster number 1. Oh, okay, so there's your mother of pearl. We can definitely see there's no pearls there. And straight away, I can see twinning. TARDIS blue twins. Now, if I just have a squidge. Okay, so there's no more in that one. Now, straight away with these blues, they do look like they're the same shade and size. So, twin blues. Oh, in the sand, actually no, I do think they're the same colour. It's just how the lights, when I move it, you can see that the light does change with them. So yeah, twinning TARDIS blues. Oyster number 2. And a double pop there. And you've got a nubbin pearl. Sorry, there's your mother of pearl. I'll show you. Oh, he's just moved, but this one here, I can see multiple pearls. Let me hold it up for you. 1, 2 and 3. So it just means that one of the pearls I saw straight away does have a little imperfection. So if you're not happy with the imperfection, at the end I can either swap him for a colour match or of course a different colour. So we have got a yellow, so it's a pastel yellow with a little darker nubbin on him. Okay, so let me just turn it around so you can see. Just a little darker one. You've then actually got a dark purple chocolate and a gunmetal grey. So triples in that oyster. Oh, with a runaway pastel yellow, chocolate purple and a gunmetal grey. Okay. Moving on to oyster, your next oyster I should say. Lights pop there. And it's turning to be a blue night tonight because you are twinning for a second time. Now these two definitely look to be different sizes and shades. So yeah, and okay, so one of them is a complete different shape, I would say. So I'll show you. This one is the visually larger and darker of the two. Now this one is brighter, however he's not fully round, he is slightly squished. So if I hold it like this, you'll be able to see straight away, just slightly squished, like a pebble, like a round pebble. So if I hold it like that, so it's round that way, but that way slightly squished, and he's slightly brighter as well. But twinning blues. And then your last oyster, Nicola. Again, quite a nice sharp pop there. The shell fell apart here. But there's your mother of pearl. Oh, and you've got a lemon yellow. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so you've got quite a nice selection of colours here. Let me go through them again for you, and then I'll need to know which ones obviously you'd like on your jewellery. So at the top you've got a candy floss pink and a dove grey, two sets of TARDIS blue twins, one which look like they're the same size and colour, one which are different shapes and sizes. Then you've got a triple lemon yellow, chocolate purple, gunmetal grey, and then a single lemon yellow as well. What do you think to all of these? If you're happy, like I say, they are yours. If you're not, I can swap them for colours of your choice. And the ones with imperfections, if you're not happy with those, let me know and I can swap them out as well. The Dove Grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The Candy Pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Can we swap the pink for a gunmetal? Oh, and the... Okay, swap the pink and the gunmetal for two darker apples. Okie dokie. Now I'm guessing that they need to be the same size and shade. And all my apples at the moment are very similar in size, and that is actually more 6.5 to 7 in size. So they are slightly smaller in size, so I hope that's okay. Okay, so 2 apples there if you're happy with those, and then I'll continue measuring the rest. You've got the chocolate purple, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the yellow with the imperfection is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Twin blue number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Twin blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. So they are indeed the same colour and size. Then your larger lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And then blue twin, which is the funky shape, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And then blue number 2, which is the darker one, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. So they are measuring larger there. So you'd like to have the apple greens on the earrings. Okay, so then the other pearls there, are you happy with those as your loose pearls? the normal yellow for a white. Okie dokie. And then the other ones, are there any other swaps that you would like to do? The dove grey for a black. Oh. Oh, how did I steal this? And one of the twin blues for forest green. I don't have any forest greens available at the moment, I'm afraid. I've got sea greens, I just don't have the forest greens. Unless you'd like to go on the waiting list, then I'm very happy to pop you on there. Oh, bless her, Rosemary. She'll sing herself to sleep. There's nothing better than a little Christmas tune. So, would you like to go on the waiting list for a forest green, or would you prefer a different colour, or would you prefer to keep the blue, or obviously any other option? Just going to refresh the comments just so I can see Nicola. But what do you think to these? I've got brighter corals, or of course the watermelons, but no, that's what I'd say is closest to orange. Yeah, so swap the blue for the corally one. Okay, so all of those there then, are you happy with those? Yes, brilliant. Okay, so if I write down that we were going to have the apple greens on the earrings, and then of course we've got those loose pearls which are yours. Thank you ever so much, my lovely, for the donations with your shells. And if we do your naughty or nice card, oh, you have got a nice card. You've got a £1 off code for the website. So if you'd like to order again in the future, you'll have a £1 off code you can use, and that will get sent across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. That's safe up there for you, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Okay, up next then today is Sarah White. Sarah, are you here? Helen, you're very, very welcome. I'm glad you're happy. And Nicola, you're very welcome as well. Sarah, hello, hello, hello. Sarah, you have got 2 stuffed stockings, so I'll need to know which 2 numbers you would like to have. Excuse me. And Anne, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. That's very, very kind of you, my lovely. Thank you. Four and 5. Okay, so 4 and 5. Let's bring you across. So 4 and 5, we'll start with number 4. Good luck, Sarah. Okay, so you have got a free bottle. So if you've got any loose pearls, you can store those in a bottle. So I'll add that onto your order. And you've got 2 openings with this one. This item normally comes with 1 opening, so we've got a bonus opening there. This is a Christmas cage pendant. However, this one has been on the website before. It is called the Christmas the Sparkle Christmas Tree Cage. It holds 1 pearl at a time, but with being a cage, you'll be able to swap and change the pearls around at home. So if I pop this on here, as the name describes, it is a Christmas sparkle cage pendant. So the pearl goes in behind the tree and the pearl colour comes through between the branches. So if I pop my glove behind, you can see that you've got these stars, which are crystal stars, surrounding and sort of all over the Christmas tree there, giving it that gorgeous little bit of sparkle as the light catches it. Okay, so that's your first one. Brilliant. And then option number 2, which is number 5. Good luck again. And you've got 3 openings with this one. Now this item normally comes with 1 opening, so you've got a bonus of 2 openings here. Now this is a pendant, however it's not a Christmas pendant. It can be worn all year round, and you can choose whether you'd like to have a pearl on or off the jewellery here. So that's going to be up to you, Sarah, on what you would prefer to do. So it is a heart. The heart has got, it's called the hand-in-hand pendant. So the heart is encrusted with crystals all the way around. Then you've got a larger hand coming down, and then a smaller hand reaching up and is gripping onto the finger or fingers of the larger hand. So it's called the hand-in-hand pendant. Now if you choose to have your pearl on this one, it does go at the top and it can move around, or you can choose to keep the pendant as it is and the pearls loose. So I hope you're happy with that one as well. Oh. Which means altogether you've got 5 openings, and then I'll add the bottle on as well. So 5 openings there. Let me bring you back up. You're very happy? Perfect. So with your 5 openings, would you like to have oysters or egg pops, or a mix of each? If it's a mix of each, I'll need to know how many of each you would like to have. 1 pop for oysters, donate the shells. Okie dokie. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? Just opening up the oysters, and then we'll start with the egg pop and then move through to the oysters afterwards. So cage pendant, you can swap the pearls in and out, and then the other pendant you can choose whether you'd like to have your pearl on or off the jewellery. And then yeah, I'll do that for you. So let's go down, Sarah, and good luck, my lovely. Starting with your egg pop. And you said Christmas colours would be nice, but also love an icy blue. Okay, good luck. Oh, okay, so egg pop, you have got 2 pearls. You've got a bright, slightly two-tonal, let's just brush the sand off. Bright two-tonal, he's got a couple of dark spots to him around this pearl here. Apple green, and then a gorgeous deep TARDIS blue as well. So two-tonal apple green and a TARDIS blue. Moving straight through to your oysters. Oh, oyster number 1. Light but double pop there. And you've got 1 pearl there, so there's no pearls on that side at all. And if I just pop him out, you've got another apple green. However, this one is more of a pastel apple green. There's no more pearls in that one. And I can actually see that this one is also two-tonal. He's got a couple of darker spots to him as well, but base pastel apple green. So spot there, spot at the top there. So another two-tonal green. The greens are quite two-tonal today. We've had lots of them. Moving on to your next oyster. Light pop there. And there's your mother of pearls. So we can see that there's no pearls there. And you have got a chocolatey silver. There's no more in that one. So if I pop him in the sand, so he's a base chocolate, but he's got a silver overtone to him. Oh, why won't he focus? There we go. So chocolate silver. 2 oysters to go. So moving on to your next one. Quite a nice deep pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. Again, there's no pearls on that side at all. And in here we've got a dark pearl. Now that dark bit there is just part of the oyster, okay, so that's not a pearl there. And I can see that he is a gunmetal grey. So a gunmetal grey there. And then your last oyster, Sarah. You've got a light double pop. Oh, and you've got 1 runaway. If I just move that to the side, there we go. So 1 runaway. There's your mother of pearl. And I can see already that, oh, it's just popped out. You have got 2. In your last oyster, you are twinning. And they are with a dark silvery purple twin. So I think they're base silvers. Oh, where'd they go? Under there. But they do both have this kind of purpley overtone to them. What do you think to all of these, Sarah? So a lighter two-tonal apple green and then a brighter two-tonal apple green. TARDIS blue, chocolate silver, gunmetal grey and twinning silver purples. If you're happy with these, they are yours. And if you're not happy, I can swap them for you for colours of your choice. And I will need to know if you'd like to have a pearl on or off the hand-in-hand pendant. So chocolate silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Tardis blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Brighter apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the lighter apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8 as well. Your gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And silver purple twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, he's a 6. And then silver purple twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. So he's measuring slightly larger than his twin there. What do you think? Swap the lighter green for a sea green and the chocolate silver for a red. Also the gunmetal for an icy blue, 1 silver purple for a white. No pearls on the pendant. Okie dokie. So let's get these added in colours for you. Sea green, where are you? I think I need to sort out my pearl, the order of the pearl pots again, because every now and then I have to redo them because I use them so much. They always seem to go back mixed up, even though I put them back. Oh, and I think I put them back in the same place every time. I obviously don't. Okay, so I believe that was it. So sea green, red, icy blue and white. Okay. What do you think to those pearls there? So no pearl on the pendant, but then all of these would be the loose pearls that obviously you'll be able to use in your cage. Lovely. Perfect. You're very, very welcome. You just pop all of these in here. I'm just going to write down that we're going to have no pearls on the pendant. Brilliant. So if we do your naughty or nice card, and you have got a nice card, so you've got a £1 off code for the website. So if you'd like to order again in the future, you'll have a £1 off code to use, and I'll email that across for you tomorrow. It'll go to the email address that's in the order form. So that's safe up there for you, and I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, Sarah. And thank you for the donations with your shells. You're very, very welcome. Now I'm going to take a really quick comfort break. Aaron's here to talk to you. I just need to have a really quick nip to the ladies' room and then I'll be back. And what are you doing? So up next would be Angela Sylvester. Angela, I'll just be a moment. And yeah, here's Aaron. Oh, feels nice to stand up as well.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, everybody.
How are we? I don't intend to be creepy, just...
Creepy? Why are you creepy?
Well, apparently it was a little bit creepy when I kind of dipped my head in.
Oh.
Doesn't even back me up. How is everybody? Hello Kirsty, hello Angela, hello Irene, hello Tracy, hello Sharon, hello Katie, hello Rosemary, hello Nicola, hello Emma. How is everybody? So, in answer to the inevitable question that will probably follow, yes, there has been baking. Yes, one of them was a complete fail because I tried to bake at the same time as doing dinner, which was a bad idea because I forgot to put the sugar in it, which then followed up with a lemon drizzle cake. All good. Funny photobomb. I do like a good head peek. Hey Andrea, hey Susan, hey Kirsty, hey Heather, hey Melanie, hey Anne, hey Susan again. Hello Andromeda. How is everybody? I agree, Rachel. Lemon drizzle is a very good one, especially when you surround it in lemon icing as well. When in doubt, do it like Starbucks. But yeah, the first attempt was some lovely banana cupcakes that I kept looking at afterwards going, they don't look right. And then opened one up and went, yeah, no, I've forgot something. Something's not right here. I'm all good, Susan. How are you? Hey there, Alice. Hello, Annie. They're under fun. Oh, no, that's not a statement for me. Never mind. I agree. Lemon flavoured desserts, always good. Hey, Donna. And yes, moist cake is always a very good idea. I'm like the family baker when it comes to cakes lately. I say lately, it's been years now. Sadly, you're allergic to citrus. Damn. I wonder if there'd be a way of... My brain goes off on a tangent then, because my head instantly goes to, I wonder if there's a way of getting the citrus flavour without the citrus fruit.
But the dogs need water. Do you want me to go do it, or are you good to do it when you go in?
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah. Sorry, just Kovu's sniffing around.
Your peoples need you.
My peoples need... Oh, okay. I was like, what? Let me just get my gloves on. You want some water? You do, okay.
A million different spellings of my name. I think there's only two, but yeah, no problem. I've got A-A-R-O-N.
A-A-Ron.
A-O. Internet dropped out. The world's gone mad. Brecken's apparently changed.
Who was that?
Gemma. How is everybody? I'd ask what we're up to at the moment, but this is what we're up to.
Oh, no.
No.
A lot of people have me on whilst doing something.
Ah. You join them while they bake. What's everyone baking? What are we making?
No, like diamond painting, bathing, in bed, crafting,
Fair enough.
working.
Probably shouldn't while they're working, but
Well, I don't
to
judge.
each their own.
I don't judge.
Oh, what you sewing, Nicole?
Right. Gloves.
And we've got crocheting as well. More crocheting. I think she's ready. Toodly pips.
So take the dogs with you, then you can bring them back when they've drunk their fill, if you like. Unless you're sitting down, then they'll be happy to stay in there with you. Okay, thank you for bearing with me. Okay, so I've rolled up my sleeves. So I'm hoping they won't annoy me as much. They don't look as cool, but I'm hoping it doesn't. It's colder in here compared to the house though. Brr. Right. Thank you for bearing with me there. So up next today is Angela Sylvester. Angela, are you here? I did read that about the shells. Kirsty's always been so creative with her paragraphs about the shells. I couldn't think of a word then. Angela, hello my lovely. Angela, you have got a stuffed stocking. So let's go across. Which number stocking would you like to have? Can you have number 3? Oh, yes, you can. So number 3, creative, Kirsty, is the word I was looking for. What did I say? Paragraph? No, creative is correct. Deary me. So Angela, number 3, good luck. And in here, you have got a gift box. Thank you, Bab.
Yes, no, maybe loud.
No, you have to. I don't understand. Sorry. So you've got a gift box that I will add to your order. You're going to have 2 openings with this item. Oh, and these are, excuse me, these are thread through earrings. So they've got a little bar at the end, so you thread that through your ear. You thread part of the chain through your ear as well. And then they are the leaf thread through earrings. So you actually end up with the chain hanging at the back. I've got obviously quite wide fingers. The chain dangles at the back, and then you've got the oxidized feather at the front. Now, these ones you can choose to have pearls on or off the jewellery. If I just turn it around so you get the front of the feather, there we go. So pearls on or off. If on, it just dangles just in front of the feathers there. Or if you don't want to have the pearls on here, you don't have to. The pearls can be loose and keep the earrings as they are. Okay, so I hope you're happy with those. So 2 openings, and then we've got the gift box as well. So I'll write down about the gift box. So 2 openings altogether then. Which 2 would you like, Angela? Egg pop or oysters, or one of each? Been looking at them, love them, perfect. You've got a card as well. Okie dokie, let me have a look on my emails. Oh, you're right there on my emails. That was easy to find. Let me open it up. Name and date is on there. That's brilliant. Okay, so 3 openings altogether. Which 3 would you like? Just going to readdress. Are they on the website? Yes, they are. They are in the thread through earring section, or just in the earring section. So all my earrings are displayed in the earring section, but then if you go to the subcategories and go to thread through earrings, we've got thread through earrings, hook back earrings, hoop earrings, and stud earrings. And then that way you can sort of minimize the search to more the style you're looking for. Can you have 1 pop, 2 oysters? Of course you can. So let's get these open. So with the shells, would you like to, you've already said, oh, I need to read fully. I'm sorry, Angela. Donate the shells. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So let's go down. We're going to start with egg pop number 1. And you've got 3 pearls here. Now straight away I can see that this pink does have an imperfection. So if you're not happy with him, we can of course swap him for a different colour. So overall it's a brighter pink, and then right there, it's almost like, do you know like when you draw a peach and you have that little line and that little, oh actually with the peach they have that little like section. I'm hoping that makes sense. You can see it does look like that kind of. You've then got a brighter apple green. Again, I think he's two-tonal, ever so slightly two-tonal apple green, and a rose gold. So pink, apple green, and rose gold to start with. And then oyster number 1. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. We can definitely see that there's no pearls there. And straight away I can see a gorgeous pink. He's definitely brighter than the first one. You have a squidge. Okay, there's no more in that one. So we have got a bright pink, and then your last oyster, triple pop there. Oh, and you've got a runaway already. It did just run under the shell. There we go. So there's the runaway. There's the mother of pearl. And I can also see multiple pearls in here. Now the shell is kind of cracked here, so let me just squidge, avoiding that crack if you can see that there. Okay, so there's no more in there. That dark bit there, again, it's just part of the oyster tail. So you have got triples. 3 pearls in your last oyster, Angela. So if I just dry all of these up again for you, and then I'll go through each of these colours. And again, it's very, very, even though you've had egg pops and oysters, the colours are very, very complementary to each other. We've got another bright pink. Now this one does have a extra sort of circle. Look at that. So that's the lights catching it there. It is actually, it's slightly lighter than the rest of the pink. If I sort of show it the other way, you can see it's slightly lighter. If I turn it towards the light catches it. So that one does have an imperfection around the bottom. So brighter pink, then you've got a slightly two-tonal watermelon, and again a two-tonal apple green with some darker spots on him. So altogether, pink with the imperfection, two-tonal bright apple green and a rose gold. Pink, then another another pink with another imperfection, a two-tonal watermelon and a two-tonal apple green. Angela, what do you think to all of these? I'll need to know if you'd like to have pearls on or off of the earrings. And if you'd like to do any colour swaps, that's absolutely fine. And which ones you'd like to swap out, which ones you'd like to swap in. If I run them through the board, your rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The first brighter green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is an 8. The lightest of the pinks is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Your single pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the last pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Two-tonal watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the last green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. No, I don't have any two-tonal reds. And do I have any two-tonal purples? I don't think so. No, I don't. They all got claimed, the purples, unless like I've got two-tonal purples in here, but then they'd be really quite dark purples. No. I mean, I may have this, like that one's ever so slightly mottled, but you can barely see. I don't mean you can't see right on the camera, but it's like barely mottled. So no, I won't have any two-tonal purples or reds at the moment, I'm afraid. I do have, obviously, solid coloured purples and reds. Swap the two bright pinks for sea greens. Okie dokie. So the two brighter pinks. And then is it the sea greens on the jewellery? Did I just throw a pink at myself? I feel like it got caught in my finger. So have a look at these greens here. Are you happy with those? And then greens on the jewellery, perfect. So those sea greens there on the jewellery. And then your loose pearls, would you be happy with those as your loose pearls? So if I just write down that we're going to have sea green on the jewellery. I think it did as well, Kirsty, because I would have heard it land somewhere. It just felt like it was there. Elephant cages. Off the top of my head, I don't have. No, I know that I don't have any on the way to me. I could always get some in, as we do have elephant cage selections. I don't know if they're on the website or not at the moment. They're fab, Angela. Perfect. I'll have a look for you in a moment, Heather. But if I don't have any available at the moment, then I can get some in. But it would be, obviously it's not straight away. It just depends on if we'd need to cast it or if they're already made up. Angela, my lovely, let's do your naughty or nice card. I think I've got two. No, there's one. So you have got a, oh bless you, naughty card, Angela. So there's nothing on that one, but I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. Thank you as well for the donations with your shells. Right, let's have a quick look. Nelly the elephant packed her trunk and said goodbye to the sun. No, I don't have any elephant cages available at the moment, I'm afraid. Although I can make a note to get some in if that's something that you'd like. Right, up next today is Vicky Lee. Vicky, are you here? Shell cages. We used to have a shell cage in stock. Again, I don't know if it's in stock now, but it used to be called literally shell cage pendant. I just typed the word shell in and no, doesn't look like that one's in stock at the moment. Vicky, hello, hello, hello. Vicky, you have got 3 openings altogether. Which 3 would you like? Egg pops or oysters? So elephant cages and shell cage. Okay, I shall pop it on my list. So Vicky, 3 openings altogether. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops or a mix of each? Oysters, perfect. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So 1, 2, and 3. Let's go down. Okay, so Vicky, oyster number 1. Quite a nice lighter pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. Keep one, donate the other. Okay, so I'll keep the next one for you. And your first pearl out is a TARDIS blue. There's no more in that one. So quite a nice sized TARDIS blue here. Moving on to oyster number 2, so I'll keep this one for you. Light pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And you've actually got another blue. You have a squidge. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so this blue is very similar to the first. However, look at that, very, very similar. However, this one is two-tonal, only just two-tonal. So you've got, can you see that? Just a couple of darker areas to him. Okay. And then moving on to your last oyster. Light, softer pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. You have got a chocolatey silver. Vicky, what do you think to these three pearls? If you're happy with these, then that's perfect. They are yours. If you're not happy, I can swap them for you for colours of your choice. Now, you did say you was hoping for that lilac, and I don't have any available lilacs at the moment, and there would be a wait on the lilac. So if you would like one, I'm happy to pop you on the waiting list, but I don't know how long that wait would be. Then once you've chosen your colour choices, I'll need to know which colour you'd like in the middle, and then of course the other two will go either side. So which colour in the middle of the jewellery. So if I run these ones through the board for you, the chocolate silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The slightly two-tonal blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the first blue that came out is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. So the blue are measuring the same time. One blue for the middle, of course, and which colour would you like either side? So a Cadbury purple and a bright green. Okie dokie. And a Cadbury purple, where are we? Okay, so blue in the middle, and then the other two either side. Can you just have a look at those for me? Are you happy with that there? Yes, brilliant. Okay, so if I just bring you back up and I'll write this down. Perfect. So we've got the blue in the middle, and then the purple and the green will be either side for you. Thank you for the donations with your shells, and I've wrapped up one shell for you, so that will be included with your order. And if we do your naughty or nice card, you have got, oh bless you, so you've got a naughty card there, Vicky, so there is nothing on the back of that one. But I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe in there for you. Brilliant. And up next today is Heather Dix. Heather, are you here? Now Heather, I definitely saw you a moment ago, so I think a moment ago, so hopefully you're still here. Oh, Jackie, how was it? Did you have an amazing time? Oh, love that. Donated shells, I shall show you. So I'm on Works in Nursery, so I clean and donate the shells. No, I clean and sanitize the shells and then donate them to the nursery who use them in different activities. And Heather, hello, hello, hello. Heather, you have got a stuffed stocking. So let's go across. Oh, it slipped a little bit. Let's move it that way. There we go. Which number stocking would you like, Heather? So I am wearing Christmassy clothes because obviously we're celebrating Christmas themed in the office, if that makes sense. So yes, I will be wearing Christmas or warm clothes now until New Year. Heather, can you have number 3? Of course you can. So number 3, let's bring you across. And in here. Okay, so I can see straight away, Heather, you have got a Christmas cage pendant. Oh, so you've got a free chain with this one, so I'm going to need to know what length and style chain you would like. This is going to come with 2 openings, so it normally has 1 opening, so you're having a bonus opening there. And this cage can hold 1 pearl at a time. So then, of course, you'll be able to swap and change your pearls around at home. Now, this one does have wording on him, so the wording will be backwards that you're seeing on the camera here, but that's because you're seeing a mirror image. Once, obviously, it's with you, the wording would be the correct way round. So, overall, the base of the pendant is a heart. There we go. So a heart. And then it says Merry Christmas across the front. Down the bottom here, I know it's harder to see, but you've actually got a leaping reindeer down the bottom. It's really quite hard to show you. And then he's got the reindeer ears coming up from the top, which do have this red enamel colouring on the inside of the ears. And then you've got little antlers there as well on the top. So I hope you're happy with that one, Heather. So like I said, I'll need to know what chain length and style you would like to have. And then it's going to come with 2 openings. So oysters or egg pops, or 1 of each. I've just popped down that you're going to have the chain. So if you would like to email me the chain across, that's absolutely fine as well. So I've made a note now that you're definitely going to get the chain. So either way, just let me know when you're ready, and then that will get added in to the order as well. There we go. Oh, 22 curb. Perfect. And can you have egg pops? You can indeed. So are there certain colours you're hoping for? So yellow and purple, let's go down. And the yellow does have a little face on him. We'll start with your purple. Good luck, Heather. Egg pop number 1, you have got 3 pearls in there. You have got a lemon yellow, a black, and a autumn peach. Lemon yellow, black, and autumn peach. Egg pop number 2. And you've got 4 pearls in that one. So we've got a 2-tonal gunmetal grey. So hopefully you're going to be able to see. Can you see those sort of circle markings there? You've got a couple of those as you go round with like a lighter silver gunmetal grey colour. You've then got a slightly darker chocolate silver, a sea green, and a dove grey. What do you think to all of these pearls, Heather? Lemon yellow, black, autumn peach, 2-tonal gunmetal, chocolate silver, sea green, and a dove grey. If you're happy with these, they are yours. If you're not, I can swap them for you for colours of your choice. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, here's a 7. Black is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, here's a 7.5. And the lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, here's an 8. The dove grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Chocolate silver's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. Sorry, I've got hiccups. He's an 8. I'm just going to have a sip of my drink because that, excuse me, that might help. But Heather, what do you think to those? Change the black for a blue. Yep. Are there any other colour swaps that you'd like to do? So sorry, I drank my tea and it made a noise. I'm so sorry. That all perfect. Brilliant. Let me bring you back up here. Heather, I'm glad you're happy with those. I can't believe I just made that noise. Heather, my lovely. Let's pop this on here. So I've got down the chain as well. If we do your naughty or nice card. And in here, he is a nice card. You have got a £2 off code for the website. So if you'd like to order again in the future, you'll have a £2 off code to use, and I'll email that across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. I hope you're happy with that, my lovely, and of course with everything once it arrives, and I've just popped that safely up there for you. And up next today is Fatima Rahman. Fatima, are you here? Heather, you're very, very welcome. At least it wasn't the foghorn and it beats the chair noise. Oh dear. I do remember the noisy chair. It was such a noisy chair. So and I move around a lot because obviously I ended up sitting here, like it's been 3 hours so far, and I sit here for hours on end, obviously on the lives. So I get very wanting to move my legs and stuff. So having a noisy chair, it just doesn't help the situation. And Fatima, hello, hello, hello. You have got 9 openings altogether. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops or a mixture of each? If it's a mixture of each, I'll need to know how many of each you would like to have. Thank you, Tracy. It should be okay, touch wood, for 25 minutes or so. And then I'll think about changing it over. It gives you all a giggle. Gosh. Four eggs, 5 oysters. Donate the shells. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's on my cup? It's flowers. So donate the shells. Are there certain colours you're hoping for, Fatima? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to start with your egg pops. Okay. We're going to wait to see what comes out. Oh, I've literally managed to get 4. 1, 2, 3 and a yellow at the back. 4. Let's go down. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. Good luck, my lovely. Egg pop number 1. £2 in your first egg pop. You've got a darker, slightly mottled gunmetal grey and a lemon yellow. Egg pop number 2. £3 in that one. Oh, just moving that piece of broken egg there. Oh no, it means, oh, I've just dropped it. It means that there's a, I'll get it in a minute. There's a broken egg somewhere. Okay, so you've got a silver, a icy blue, and a brighter pink. Egg pop number 3. £4 in that one. We've got another pink. Oh, look at this green. It's in a couple of places. So it's a bright green, but then he's got darker spots at the top, down there, on that side, there. So he's bright green with these gorgeous dark spots everywhere. You've then got a chocolate and a chocolate silver. And then your last egg pop. And you've got £2 in that one. And you've got, again, a slightly two-tonal apple green with bright bold base with slight darker areas and a autumn peach. So quite a good selection of colours from your egg pops there. If we move through straight to your oysters, I'm just going to move these out the way. Okay, so oyster number 1. Soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. As long as you keep them cool, Kirsten, sorry, at least minimum of 6 months-ish. I can feel in that, yep, there is. I was going to say I could feel a harder lump in there, it's just I wasn't getting anything out, but he has popped out. So you are twinning. Twinning with chocolatey silver twins. Now they do look like one maybe slightly, ever so slightly larger than the other, but there's definitely not a lot in it. Oyster number 2. That is correct, Rosemary, yes. So the oysters are in a solution and in an airtight bag. However, obviously, there is a certain point where they'll start decomposing. I don't know if that's the correct word. But yeah, you've got at least, as long as they're kept cool and in the correct conditions, at least 6 months. So in oyster number 2, there's your mother of pearl. There's no pearls on that side. And in here, I can see that you've got 1, 2, 3. And there's no more in that one. You have triples. You've got 3 pearls in that oyster. So 2 lemon yellows, which do look like they're very, very similar in size and colour. And then you've got a tardisy blue. And then your next oyster. Soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And you have got a coral. Let me dry him up for you. So coral right at the top there. Your next oyster. Quite a nice softer but deep pop with that one. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Another lemon yellow. And there's no more in that one. And then your last oyster. Oh, nice sort of poppy crunch on that one. There's your mother of pearl. Okay, so there's no more in that one. That dark bit there is just part of the oyster. And you've got a darker chocolate. Now, Fatima, what do you think to these? That yellow down there is just a piece of broken egg that's not a pearl. If you're happy with all of these, I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. And with the earrings, I'll need to know which ones you'd like at the top, the middle and the bottom. Okay, now if you're not happy with these colours, I can swap them for you for colours of your choice. And if you would prefer to, you can take screenshots and then email me your colour choices and colour swaps across if you'd like some time to think about it. So you've got twinning silver chocolates, a coral, 2 lemon yellows and a blue, a single lemon yellow and a chocolate, gunmetal grey and a yellow, silver icy blue pink, silver chocolate, chocolate, 2-tonal apple green, pink, apple green and a autumn peach. So I'll start running them through the board, Fatima, and you can let me know what you think and what you would like to do. Your coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Silver chocolate number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And silver chocolate number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. So they're measuring different sizes there. Your blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Yellow number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And yellow number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. So they're measuring the same size there. Of course, Fatima, just shout out, just let me know all the colours you'd like to swap out, all the colours you'd like to swap in. That's absolutely not a problem. Chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, here's a 7. Lemon yellow single pearl is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. So they're from the Oysters. From your Egg Pops, Lemon Yellows, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Mottled Gunmetals, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the Icy Blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Sorry, he is a 6. And the Silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The next pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Two-tonal green's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Chocolate's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the chocolate silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he is an 8. And the last green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8 as well. So the greens are measuring the same size, I think. So you'd like to have 2 sea greens, 2 deep reds, 2 dove greys, and on the single earring sea green. Okie dokie, which colours would you like to swap out for those? Oh. I don't have any sea blues, Fatima, and I do have quite a waiting list for sea blues, as I do have lots of people on there. So if you don't mind waiting, I can definitely pop you on that waiting list, but I wouldn't be able to swap any in now. And like I say, I do have quite a few people on there. So ignore those sea greens for now though, then, because those ones we may be swapping out. But these 3, sea green, red and dove grey, are you happy with those? If so, I'll need 6 to swap out, and also what order you'd like them in. So I'd need the colours at the top, the middle and the bottom, or if they're like that, with the green at the top, middle and the red red in the middle and dove grey on the bottom. Is there a slightly shade of grey? A slightly darker shade of grey? Oh, no, that's dove grey. No, that's not a problem, my lovely. Okay. And what order would you like to have them in? Top, middle and bottom, if you're happy with those colours there. Okie dokie. So if you're happy with those, I'll take those out, but I'll still need to do 6 pearls to swap out, so we'll do that in a moment. Regarding the other earrings then, which ones would you like? Are you happy with the sea greens on there, or would you like to wait for the sea blues, or is there possibly a different colour you'd like to have? Two pinks and 4 yellows. Okie dokie. Happy to wait for the blues. Okie dokie. And which 2 colours would you like to swap out for the blues? Which ones would you like to swap out for the blues, Fatima? Okie dokie. And then the other pearls then, your loose pearls, are you happy with those? So all your loose pearls. Are you happy with those? So you're happy with those? Brilliant. Okay, so like I said, there is going to be that wait on the sea blues, and I do have quite a few people on the waiting list. So I won't know when they'll get swapped in, but hopefully it won't be a massive wait, but I can't give times, I'm afraid, just because of the amount of people on there. But I hope you'll be happy once everything arrives, Fatima. Thank you for the donations with the shells. And if we do your naughty or nice card, you have got a naughty card there. There's nothing on the back of that one. But Fatima, I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Bless you. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, up next today is Bethan Ware. Oh, sorry, Bethan Claire. Bethan, are you here? Bethan, hello, hello, hello. Let's start with your stuffed stocking, and then we'll do all of your openings together at the end. Which number stuffed stocking, Bethan, would you like? Yes, that's not a problem. Number 5, that's absolutely fine. But let me just change the stock on the website, because I'd hate to say yes and then for example the reindeer set to go out of stock by website by the morning. Oh, actually I've got quite a few in, but still, let me just sort this out. So bear with me just a moment. That's not a problem, my lovely. Okay, so you'd like to be invoiced for difference to change to reindeer set. Okay, so I've got that down for you. That invoice will get sent across for you tomorrow. So where did we say? Let me find your number 5. So stuffed stocking number 5. Let's bring you across. And good luck, my lovely. Okay, so you have got 2 openings in this one. I can say that this one normally comes with 1 opening, so you do have a bonus opening here, and it is a Christmas cage pendant. Okay, so this is called the Christmas snow cage pendant. Jill, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. That's very, very kind of you. So this is a Christmas tree, as you can see here. And then you've got this snowflake which branches across the middle of the tree, which also actually looks like the branches of the tree, but it is a snowflake. So it's sort of that double illusion there. Now, this holds 1 pearl at a time. And then you can change the pearls around in the middle. And he's going to come with 2 openings here. So I hope you're happy with that one. Okay, so if I bring you back up here, now I am just going to change my microphone. I know that there is sound at the moment, however, it will die out at any second. I don't want it to die out halfway. So I'm just going to change it over. Hello, there we go, it's caught in. So that means then you've got 5 openings altogether. Which 5 would you like, oysters or egg pops? And Janine, no. Oh, how do I pronounce your name? Is it Janine? If I've mispronounced that, I do apologise, but thank you ever so much for the stars there. That's very, very kind of you. Janine. Oh, that's lovely. Jeannie, bless you. Thank you for the stars, my lovely. Oh, Jeannie. Not Jeannie. Oh my gosh, I'm so silly. Jeannie. As in, I'm so sorry. I'm literally... I don't know why I still read it the wrong way. I'm so sorry, my lovely. But it's beautiful. The spelling of it as well. It's beautiful. My brain just went all funny. Oh, bless you. Well, thank you for the stars. That's extremely kind of you. And I'm sorry I mispronounced your name twice. Deary me. Right, Bethan, 5 oysters then. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Are there certain colours you're hoping for? And Gemma, bless you. Thank you as well for the stars there. That's very, very kind of you. Right, let's go down. So, oyster number 1, Bethan. Light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Oh, and you have got, twinning. Twinning blurples with your first one. So these look like they're ever so slightly two-tonal. Just ever so slightly two-tonal there. Moving on to oyster number 2. Soft pop there. Rosemary, bless you. Thank you as well for the stars. Okay, so there's your mother of pearl. And you are twinning in your second oyster. You've got gorgeous, smaller but brighter burgundy red twins there. Look at those. Your next oyster. Sharp pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. I can't do shops either. Oh, that's just a piece of shell there. I'll move it out of the way. I can't do shops either. Oh, okay, Bethan, you are twinning for a third time. And twinning with darker twins. One's more chocolatey, one's more gunmetal with those twins. Rosemary, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. Your next oyster, Bethan. Again, quite a nice deep, lighter pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. You've got a chocolate bronze. There's no more in that one. Oh, keep one, donate the rest. Okie dokie. And then your last oyster, light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And why not end with twinning? Four sets of twins and one single pearl. Okay, let me just clean these up for you. And then these two are darker chocolatey twins there. Bethan, what do you think to all of these? Oh, bless you, Bethan. So Blurple twins, dark chocolate and gunmetal twin, red twins, chocolate bronze and darker gunmetal twins down the bottom. Now I'll need to know which colours you'd like on the earrings and which colour you'd like on the pendant. Okay, and then of course your loose pearls are for your cage, so if you're happy with those or not. So if you'd like to swap any, we can do that for you. If you're happy with those, then that's perfect. And if you'd like some time to think about it, you can take a screenshot and then email me your choice across. That's absolutely fine as well. So if I start measuring them through for you, just until I've obviously seen what you would like to do. The darker twins, chocolate one is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Gunmetal grey twins, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5, they're the same size. Blurple number 1's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, it's an 8.5. Do I have black cherry or deep red? Yes, I forgot deeper reds. I'm assuming you'd like to have 3. 3 of those. Perfect. Which 3 would you like to swap out? So 3 darker reds. Let me just write down that we're going to have the reds on the jewellery. One apple, one chocolate, and bronze. Okie dokie. So then these are your loose pearls then. Are you happy with those, or would you like to do any other colour swaps? The bronze. Yeah. He's an 8.5. Doesn't like chunky. Okay. What do you think to these 6 pearls here? Red for a pale icy blue. Okie dokie. Now literally really light blues here. Dark grey for a grey purple. And that one there, I've added it at the top. Are you happy with those? Yes, brilliant. Okie dokie. So bring you back up here. Pop all of these in here for you. And the invoice for the swap with the sets, that will get sent across for you tomorrow. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. If we do your naughty or nice card, you have got a naughty card there. So there is nothing on the back of that one, my lovely. But Bethan, thank you for the donations of your shells. I've kept one of the shells for you, so that will get sent along with your order. And I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Perfect. And up next then today is Lisa Hawkinson. Lisa, are you here? You're very, very welcome, Bethan. It really is, Sarah. But look, without even moving it, I can see 4 nice cards straight away. Let me just take all these off. But without even moving it. Lisa, hello. Number 8. Okay, so number 8. Let's go down. Good luck, Lisa. Okay, so straight away I can see that you've got 3 openings. Now this one normally comes with 1 opening, so you're getting a bonus of 2. Now this one is a new Christmas cage pendant. It's in the coming soon section on the website, and it is available to supporters now, but it will be available to everyone else in a couple of days' time. So this one is this one's the snowman. So it is a circle, and then it's the snowman in the middle there. He's wearing, oh, I'm sorry, I tried to get it closer and I let go of the chain. He's wearing a hat and scarf, and then of course he's got all the detail with his face, and then he's standing underneath like a roof. So it's almost like a house, and it's looks like it is a thatched roof. If I can just let's get it focused again now. We can go through. There we go. So you've got a little window at the top with a star in, and then you've got the thatched roof either side, and the snowman standing underneath. Your pearl sits behind the snowman and then shines out behind him. Then of course, with it being a cage, you'll be able to swap and change your pearls around at home. I hope you're happy with that one, Lisa. So 3 openings with him. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops? Or a mix of each? Love him. Brilliant. I'll do that in a second, because you've just said oysters, donate the shells. 1, 2, 3. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for, Lisa? So 1, 2, 3. Let's go down. Oyster number 1. Lights pop there. I'm going to wait and see what we get. Okay, so there's your mother of pearl. Your first pearl is a watermelon. There's no more in that one. So watermelon to start with there. Oyster number 2. Quite a nice louder pop with that one. Oh, okay, so there's your mother of pearl. Now with this one, oh, one's just popped out, and I saw one straight away from the top. So in here, let me just squidge. There's no more in that one. That's just shell that's falling off down there. Okay, so you are twinning. And these 2 are twinning with watermelons again. However, these 2 are 2 different sizes. So I can see straight away. There we go. See straight away that you've got one which is definitely visually larger than the other. And then your last oyster here, Lisa. Lights pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, I can see multiple pearls there. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are quadding. You have got 4 pearls in your last oyster. So let me dry these up for you as well. You have got a chocolate olive green. So he's a base chocolate, but he does have that gorgeous olivey green overtone. You've got a TARDIS blue, a slightly two-tonal apple green. He's got some darker splodges of green down there. And then you've got a lemon yellow, which has got this, so he's two-tonal yellow with lighter and brighter areas. But then he's got this sort of splodge of like a greeny blue as well. So two-tonal yellow with a darker spot. So altogether, single watermelon, twinning watermelons which are visually different sizes, chocolate olive, TARDIS blue, two-tonal green and a three-tonal yellow. What do you think to all of these? If you're happy with these, Lisa, they are yours. And of course, if you're not happy, we can swap them for colours of your choice. With the watermelon twins, the visually smaller is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The larger is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the single watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. Sorry, he is a 7. Swap the watermelons for a light rose gold and a light gold. Okay. Light rose gold, light gold. And what do you think to the other colours there? So there's the rose gold and gold. If I continue measuring them for you, your three-tonal yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Two-tonal greens, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the chocolate and olive is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5 as well. So you'd like to have a silvery purple. Okay. Which one would you like to swap out for the silvery purple? Swap the yellow, okie dokie. Swap the apple green for a dove grey. Okay. Love them all. Okay, so you're happy with all of those there then. So watermelon, rose gold, gold, silver purple, TARDIS blue, dove grey and chocolate olive green. So let me bring you back up then and let's pop these in here. Okay, Lisa. So you have all of those to swap in and around your cage pendant. If I pop these on here, thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. If I do your naughty or nice card, I think that's one as well. And you've got a nice card. So you've got a £1 off code for the website. So if you'd like to order again in the future, you'll have a £1 off code you can use. You're very, very welcome, Lisa. So I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. Okay, now let me just refresh this here because I believe that that is the end of the order list for today. So I want to thank everybody for watching and for joining in, and we're going to be live again on Friday evening. So if you'd like to join us for Friday, we'll be live from around 8 p.m. on Friday. So I hope you all have a brilliant rest of your week, and I shall see you soon. Take care. Bye.